A little bit of peel. Nothing that a buff won't take out. Well, I thought I might have a crack at doing the tailgate, so I'll give it a block down with 320. Had to fill in a couple of little spots here and there where the Ford badge was, a little dent down the bottom corner. One there, I put a couple of layers on. Another bit there, and another bit there where the Falcon badge was. So I think I had to do a little scratch up there, but blocked it all down. And I'll go over finally with some 600 on the sander, and we'll start laying some paint. You can actually see that dry. There's a dry spot where my arms just weren't long enough because I had the back of the car jacked up when I did it yesterday afternoon. I couldn't reach in the centre, which is a bit of a humdinger there. Anyway, I'll go over that with that sander with probably with some 1500, and I'll go over with a 2000. The whole roof I'll do, and it'll buff out. It'll buff out nice. I put three coats. The third coat's pretty darn heavy too, give it that sort of wet look. But I'll have this tailgate done this afternoon, and then when I get some decent weather, I'll do the rest. But more than enough work here, just blocking it all, get it all looking good. I've got some stone chip paint to do on the sills, similar sort of stuff what I've got here. Not as chunky though, that's stone chip over stone chip. It looks sort of, the sill will actually look something like that. So yeah, but it's coming along. I'm getting there slowly but surely. We had some ants in the kitchen. Where they're coming from under the house somewhere, but anyway, I gave them some poison. The Bayer Ant Master works a treat, so they'll take all that back to their nest and they'll kill themselves, and my kitchen will be again ant-free. Well, I just put the last coat on. I mean, these things turned out all right, but I've had an attack with the dust. It's a little bit windy, and you can see little critters are already starting to land on it. Not happy. As soon as I start painting, the critters and dust start flying around. But I mean, I'm getting a good, decent gloss. Yeah, look at that. There's another critter. The hang-ups when you haven't got a paint booth. A heap of dust. Actually, that's old paint. That's come off the plastic, so I'm not using the proper plastic. That's my bad. So I've really packed on that third coat because I'm going to have to, obviously going to have to sand that. So I put an extra, dropped it down to about 27 PSI and just really laid it on. So, I mean, great gloss, but crappy finish. Well, I've been in the blocking stage now that I've done the roof and the tailgate and the little plastic pieces that go on the side. I popped the side windows out. I'm glad I did because I found more rust. I would have had to do it anyway because I've got to put new hood lining in. So I had to peel the old hood lining out. So, and the dust, and the dirt, crazy. Anyway, so I started blocking it all back, and beautiful thing about blocking, it brings up the highs and lows. So I'm in the final stage. So this is all just spot putty now. Very, very minimal. It's just filling in little bits, like minor blemishes. So I'm blocking it all down with 320. So just give you a bit of an idea. It's obviously the driver's side door, and this is after I've blocked. You can see the lows are really coming up now. A slight high there, where it's there's obviously a dent there or something, been pushed in. It's a bit of a high. Not too worried about that, but just focus on the lows, given there's more lows than highs. So I'll get to do the same with this. So I'll get a little bit of the 1K spot putty, and I'll do exactly what I did there. Spot putty it, then bring it all back so it's pretty much flat like this one over here. Then I'll move on to the door, front guard. I've already done the bonnet. I'll do the other side. So once it's all done, I'll go over with a final coat of primer just to seal it all in. Because this Cardinal Red paint doesn't cover too well when you got spots like this. So I'll seal it all over with one coat of primer. I'll thin it out a little bit so it's not so chunky, and yeah, so that's what I'm up to. So far, so good. Just finally masking up the car for colour. Humidity's around about 80% at the moment, but by about midday it should drop to about 50. I've started putting the tent up. This side's already been masked up, so I've got to go over it with wax and grease remover. But it's all masked up. So I've already done the pillars, of course, in satin black, Cardinal Red on the roof and the tailgate. So just got to finish masking up at the back as well. Driver's side on the back, and finish the tent off, and hopefully humidity by that time's dropped and we can get oh yeah, and I've actually got to do under the bonnet here too and finish taping around there, but by that stage hopefully the humidity's down and we can get painting. Basically one coat down. A few little spots I'm not real happy with there. You can just see a couple of little blowouts. I'm not too sure what the go is there. You see I've just missed a little bit there, a bit of a high spot there, but too bad. A few little lumpy little bits there, only minor. I mean, compared to what the car was, I'm not a panel beater. I'm a home hack. One coat down. Don't know what that is. Bit of primer or something, lifted off some paint. Can't beat it, man. I love this 2-pack clear. Looks great. Look at that. This is that's the first coat. See my reflection quite easily. See a little bit peely up top there. I've got to drop the pressure a bit. Does it 55 psi. Give it 10 minutes and we'll have another crack. I've taken all the masking off. See a little bit of dust. When I lifted the bonnet up onto the tent. Overall, look, it's a shed paint job. It's got plenty of gloss. First runs I've ever gotten. You can sort of just see there, coming off the fuel hole there. So you've got a bit of work to do there. So I've got to tidy up these black bits here. You're not going to see that, but you can see I've got a bit of overspray in there. A little bit of dust has fallen off. Same deal there, bit of dust, bit of peel. I mean, if it was uniform all like that, I wouldn't mind. I'd leave it. There's a few little bits of dust in there. I've taken all the masking off. All that bottom bit's going to be like that stuff in there. It's going to look like that sort of texture, that stone guard thing. Got to clean a bit of that glue off from the tape. That'll all get covered up. You won't see any of that. That in there though, that where it's white, it's gonna be primed up, painted black again. A little bit there, same with that. It's gonna be black. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's, you know, it'll look good once it's all buffed properly. So yeah, bring it on. That'll be after I do the sill in the stone guard, and then I'll start buffing, and there'll be time to put the hood lining in, the black moon crater hood lining. So yeah, slowly getting there, taking shape, just in time for Christmas. So I really wanted to get this done before Christmas. So you can see where I've got a few ripples. You don't really see this. You can see a few ripples just here. Yeah, and there's a few here too. Anyway. It was intended to be me daily. So for a daily driver, it's not a show car, that's for sure. Anyway, bye for now.